Hey, first grade friends, you have made it towards the end of the week where we are wrapping up our paragraphs, our teaching informative paragraphs to teach 2 new facts that we learned about worms. On Monday, I drew my teaching picture. I decided that I wanted to tell my reader that worms can come in many different sizes. They can be little itty bitty babies like the garden worm. They can also be really long as a car like the giant worm from Australia. And then we started writing our words. We started with our topic sentence, which, by the way, I just noticed I wrote in the wrong color. I was supposed to write it in orange, and I accidentally wrote it in red, and I just tried to fix it. So I'm sorry, I did that in the wrong color, and I hope I didn't confuse you. It says, I will teach you all about worms. Our topic sentence tells our reader what we're going to teach them about. And then we have our actual teaching sentences that tell us these new facts. One fact is that worms come in many sizes. Another fact is that the giant worm is as long as a car. Crazy, I know. Now we're ready to close up or wrap up our paragraph because we've done what we were asked to do. We included 2 new facts. So I'm going to write my closing sentence. And remember, your closing sentence is going to look extremely similar to your topic sentence. My closing sentence is going to say, now you know all about worms. So I'm going to write in my lines to help me remember what it is that I'm trying to write. Now, 2-finger space, you, 2-finger space, no, I ran out of room, so I'm coming to my next line. All, now you know all about worms. And what goes at the end of my sentence, friends? I hope you said a period. Beautiful. You are going to have this sentence starter ready for you. Now, notice I used an uppercase N. This is the first letter in the first word in my sentence. You always, always, always capitalize or use an uppercase letter at the beginning of your sentence. Now you, Y-O-U spells you, know, another sight word, K-N-O-W. Now you know all about worms. Well, that sounds familiar. I wrote that in my topic sentence. I said, I will teach you all about worms. Well, all about worms is right there. So are you going to make your brain go crazy, or are you just going to snag the words you already wrote? Yes, just snag the words you already wrote. Now you know all. It's right here, A-L-L, all about, A-B-O-U-T, about, worms, W-O-R-M-S, worms. You, my friends, just wrote an entire teaching paragraph complete with a realistically drawn teaching picture. So now you're going to go back and reread your entire paragraph to make sure it sounds right, makes sense, and that you included 2 new facts that you learned about worms. Here we go. I will teach you all about worms. One fact is that worms come in many sizes. Another fact is that the giant worm is as long as a car. Now you know all about worms. Done. Can you believe that, friends? If you finish, I would encourage you to then grab your writing checklist and check to make sure you have everything you need. If you used a capital or uppercase letter at the beginning of a sentence, I did that, didn't I? Yep, uppercase letter, period, so here's my next sentence, uppercase O, period, so here's my next sentence, uppercase A, exclamation point, next sentence, uppercase N. I did that. Check. Did I use finger spaces? Let's see. Can I fit fingers between my words? Yeah, nothing squished together. I can clearly read each word. Check. Did I draw helpful pictures? Well, let's check out my teaching picture. Does my teaching picture match my sentences and show that some worms are small and some are really, really big? It certainly does, and it's labeled and realistically colored. Did I write the sounds I heard? I most certainly did, and anytime I wasn't sure, I tried my best to write the sounds that I heard. Check. And did I use ending punctuation, periods, exclamation points, or question marks? Period at the end of my first sentence. One fact is that worms come in many sizes. Period. Another fact is that the giant worm is as long as a car! Exclamation point, because it's so gross. Now you know all about worms, period. Yes. So, if you finish, friends, you reread, check over to make sure that your paragraph is complete and that all of the elements you need are there. And then, my friends, you can start thinking about the next informative paragraph that you want to write.